Hey everybody. So I haven't talked about goaltending a whole lot yet this season. So today I want to talk about 5 goaltenders, starting goalies, who are off to very, very good starts this season for their respective teams. Now before we get into the video, I just want to remind everyone to please hit that like button and give this video a thumbs up. That greatly helps out the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel or not yet subscribed for any reason, please hit that subscribe button down below as we push our way towards 1,000 subscribers. So 5 goalies, starting goalies, because obviously I'm not going to do somebody who's played 2 games. It's like, yeah, he's got a .950 save percentage and a 1.45 goals against average, but the dude's played 2 games. Like, yeah, okay, he's played 2 games. So every goaltender on this list has played at least 5 games so far. He's clearly their team's starting goalie. And basically, I just looked at, these obviously aren't the only goaltenders playing well, but these guys, I think, have really set themselves up as being, the 5 best early on this season and have looked really, really good. So let's get into it. And number 1, Carter Hutton for the Buffalo Sabres. And Hutton is a huge reason Buffalo is off to the rip-roaring start that they are. 8-1-1. Carter Hutton's numbers are off the charts to start this season. He's 6-0 with a .943 save percentage and a 1.65 goals against average. Hutton has been unreal for Buffalo this year, and I think that's one of the biggest differences in why Buffalo has been so good to start this season versus where they were last year, is their goaltending is significantly better this year than it was last year. Carter Hutton did not have a great season in his first year with the Sabres last year. He was pretty good early, but then really kind of faded down the stretch as the team faded, and obviously it's still very early, and that could still happen again, but at least for the first month or so far, Hutton has been unreal, and big reason why Buffalo is first in the standings right now, and they've been as good as they've been is because their goaltending has been so much better, and Carter Hutton has been so much better. Number 2 is Darcy Kuemper from the Arizona Coyotes. Kemper's off to a good start as well. 6 games played, he's 4-2. Which obviously isn't like a standout record or anything, but .944 save percentage. Yeah, a .944 save percentage and a 1.68 goals against average. So really, really good numbers so far for Kuemper. Obviously, in those games that he lost, he did not get very much support as far as scoring, offensive support, because he's not given up a lot of goals at all. He's played very, very well for the Coyotes to start this season. Really has taken that starting job and run with it. And the Coyotes are off to a good start, again, largely because of their goaltending. And Kemper's been really, really good. As you probably, anyone who knows hockey knows that goaltending is probably the number one thing that can either send a team rising to the top or send a team sinking to the bottom. And, teams largely are only as good as their goaltending allows them to be. Number 3, Tuukka Rask for the Boston Bruins. Boston's off to a really nice start this season as well. I'm trying to think of their record off the top of my head. I think they're 6-1-2 now because they beat Toronto on Tuesday night. So they should be 6-1-2 now to start this year. Tuukka's been amazing, 4-0-1 to start the season, again with a .944 save percentage, tied with Kuemper for the league lead in save percentage, and a 1.77 goals against average. So, these are starting goaltenders who have all played, 5 or 6 games, and they've got save percentages over .940 and goals against averages under 2. They're really, really hot to start this year and playing really, really good hockey. And most importantly, keeping pucks out of their net, and they're doing a very good job of it. Tuukka has been lights out to start this year in Boston, and Yaroslav Halak, Boston's backup, is playing pretty well as well. So, really good goaltending duo in Boston, and one of the big reasons that the Bruins are off to the great start that they are. Moving on, number 4, Marc-Andre Fleury in Vegas. Now this is interesting. Marc-Andre Fleury has already played 10 games so far, and he started 9 of those. So he's 7-2-0 to start the year with a .937 save percentage and a 2.04 goals against average. Really, really good numbers. Solid start to the year. But the fact that we are in the first month of the season and Marc-Andre Fleury has already played 10 games, that's a problem. That is a problem in my mind. Vegas has got to find a backup goaltender that they can play on a regular basis and get Fleury some rest, because what's going to happen is they're going to completely burn him out before the start of the playoffs. And we've seen this before so many times where goaltenders play like 70 games in the regular season, and then they get to the playoffs and they're just done before it even begins. They're burnt out, they're tired, they're done before the playoffs even begin. And generally, we've seen teams that go on deep playoff runs are teams that have solid backup goaltending and don't have to play their starters as much in the regular season. Fleury playing 10 games already is an issue. Vegas cannot ride him like that all season long. They've got to keep him rested. He's in his 30s now. This isn't a 26, 27-year-old Marc-Andre Fleury. This is a 30-something-year-old Marc-Andre Fleury. You don't want him playing 70 games this season. I want to see, his number around 60, and then that leaves 22 for the backups. And that's at most. Maybe even 55 would be a better number. But, yeah, Fleury, he's playing unreal. And Vegas is one of the better teams out west, and Fleury's playing really, really well. I just think he's playing too much, and this is going to wear him out as the season goes along. And then finally, number 5, we have Jacob Markstrom from the Vancouver Canucks. Thatcher Demko, the Canucks backup, is also playing pretty well. But Markstrom is still the starter. He's played 6 games so far. He's 4-2 with a .933 save percentage and a 2.16 goals against average. So really solid start to the season for Markstrom, who is putting up really, really good numbers for a goaltender that I kind of think of as kind of your average starting goaltender. I don't think Jacob Markstrom is anything spectacular. Certainly not, an elite NHL goaltender, but he's playing really, really well to start this year. And Vancouver's off to a great start as well. They've had a really nice first month of the season for them. So Markstrom's been a big reason why, and they're getting good goaltending. They're getting offense when they need it, and they're winning games. So these goaltenders, all 5 of them, obviously not the only 5 goalies playing well, but these 5 I think have really stood out with how well they've started this season. Obviously, the save percentages are incredible. A couple at .944, Hutton's at .943, Fleury's at .937, Markstrom's at .933. These are really, really good save percentage. They are stopping, almost all the shots they're facing. Rask, Kemper, and Hutton have goals against under 2 right now. Fleury and Markstrom are barely over 2. They're not giving up a lot of goals, and they're playing really well to start the season, and their teams are playing well to start the season. And, they've been a big reason why they've been able to win games. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.